Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. I was listening to Dave Ramsey. He was, I don't know, trying to do these life lessons, and I was listening to some of them. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. It's fine. But I'll give you my life lessons just to, I know this isn't strictly financial. It is and it isn't. But I'll give you some of the life lessons that I've learned over my, I guess, life. And you guys can either tell me I'm bad, let me know if they're good. Put them in the comments section what you guys think. Love to hear your opinions. But here's some of my life lessons just to tell you what I think and what I could have done maybe a little bit different, but I did a lot of stuff pretty well. So here's my life lessons for people who are listening. Be better prepared. So this is why I'm doing it, so you guys are better prepared. I'm going to talk about life in this presentation. I'm going to talk about various things in life from a perspective of a 40-year-old guy who has prepared since, I guess, my teens for life. I'm a big saver, I'm not a spender, and I'm big into health and family. So I'm just going to state one fact of life here. Smarter, harder working people get things that they want, just period. The smarter, better prepared you are, the faster you're going to get what you want. It's that simple. The more hardworking you are, the more opportunities are going to come your way. If you tie this all together, smart, hardworking, well-prepared people win. I mean, that's just what it is. If you're not prepared, you're going to blow opportunities. You're going to get less opportunities. If you're not hardworking and you're lazy, think opportunities are going to pass you right by. And if you're not smart, if you're doing a lot of stupid things, you can really mess up your life. You can go to jail. You can do all sorts of bad things in life if you're not making smart decisions. And all life is a bunch of decisions tied together. It's a big stream of decisions. If you want to go one way or the other, what I would consider is make smart decisions wherever possible. So here's some milestones to think about. Buying a home when it's cheap and interest rates are cheap are going to be phenomenal for some people. What it does is it locks in your costs. This can have a large impact on your life if you can time it right. If you can get a very good price on a house, you get a very good interest rate, you could have very low payments for the rest of your life. That can have a large impact, and you can lock in those payments at a very low cost. So if you get a cheap house with low interest rates, I mean you can really set your life up correct versus other people who aren't looking into investment type things. You can cost. If you time things wrong, you buy it at the wrong time, you have higher interest rates, it can cost you many hundreds of thousands of dollars difference, and a much nicer property could go by. That's the difference. Knowing some of these things taught on this channel can better prepare you financially, and it also applies to real estate, because real estate is incredibly important if you want to be a homeowner. Choose the correct girl guy when you get married. Remember, this is extremely important. This isn't about just finding someone, it's about finding the correct one. Upbringing of kids and divorce can ruin people, and it's going to be a lifelong problem if you get that wrong and you hate your significant other. Not necessarily for living with them, but even if you get divorced and you have kids with them, it could be a pretty pain in the butt. I am not divorced, by the way, just to let you know. So having kids, I prepared well into my early 20s and saved because I wanted to have kids. I knew that. I had a vision. Having a vision for life matters. So I knew I wanted to have kids. I knew that at one point I should have a bunch of money. So I saved everything I had in my 20s. I still had just a ton of fun. I mean, obviously in your 20s, you've got all the testosterone, you've got all the strength, the energy. So all that stuff's awesome. And I saved a lot because I knew what I wanted. Once you have kids, your life's going to change. That's just the way it is. Free time to do what you want, it's gone. Everything becomes a race when you have multiple kids, and especially twins, which I have. And they're still somewhat young. So be prepared to stress relationships if you have kids. So you better have a solid foundation that you built, because people are going to get stressed out, especially if you have multiple young kids, because you're going to be running around chasing them. They're going to be throwing everything on the ground, and just all you're going to be doing, your entire life is going to be cleaning, cooking, and then cleaning again. So that's kind of how it works. So buying stuff, just in general, buying a lot of stuff's not going to make you happy. It's just not. And if you get into that route where you're trying to find things that make you happy and you're spending a bunch of money, it's more than likely not gonna fix whatever problem you have. Convenience when it comes to food, it's going to make you sick. It's going to make you get cancer. It's going to make you have problems. So convenience being fast food, things that come in packages, it's not going to do well. Again, I'm not a nutrition. I'm just saying from my experience that the real deal food, things that you can identify and know the ingredients like broccoli and stuff like that, they're going to do you very well. Health's a very important factor to living a great life, in my opinion, and having good relationships in your life will make a difference, whether it be with your kids, with family, or friends. And again, here's work. Making more money is not going to make you happy. It's not. And having more money is not going to make you happy. If you think it's going to, you might be surprised. I'm going to tell you this. My accounts keep going up, and it doesn't seem like anything changes. And I've added zeros over a decade. I added zeros. And does that make me happier? I don't know. I mean, the one thing it can do is if you don't like where you work, you can obviously work somewhere else. So that gives you more opportunities. The more money you have, the more opportunities you can have. But having a lot more money, if you already have money and you already like your work and you already have good relationships and you already have a family and all that stuff, I don't think it's going to make you any happier once you reach a certain point. Now, if you don't have any money at all, then I could see how it could make you a lot happier. If you're in debt and you're trying to dig yourself out, I feel you, and it could change your life for the better. And here's another thing that I've experienced over time is life experiences matter. As I grow older, I understand that life experiences and memories do matter. I've been spending more money on these types of experiences as I get older. The old me spent more on things that I could recover costs from. So I always would cost justify it. It's like car related stuff. I could always buy like wheels or rims, and you could always sell it later. Softball bats, whatever it is, whatever I was doing at the time, it was things that I could buy, use, and then sell later. And I really it was almost like a rental cost for things. But as time goes on, I think I'm going more after life experiences as I get older. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And again, time matters. Time really does matter. Your time matters more than what you think. And when you're young, you just let it elude you. You just let it go. So when you're younger, you have a lot more energy. That's one thing to keep in mind. I still have a ton of energy, but you have tons of strength where you can just plow through a landscaping project like no other in your 20s versus in your late 30s, early 40s. You're able to do a lot more physical things when you're younger in terms of flexibility, in terms of whatever. I still am very good with that, but again, in your 20s, you can recover so quickly. Don't waste your time doing stupid things like video games all day. I mean, just try to limit yourself. Go after relationships. Go after hanging out with things. Go do activities. You don't have to be spending money. Go do things. Go live. Go do life experience stuff is my opinion. Be active and stay active as well. I think that's very important for your health and for your mind. And again, health matters. It matters massively. I've always put my own health at the top of the list. Your kids need you healthy. You need yourself to be healthy. Your parents need you to be healthy. You are the cornerstone of many people who may depend on you, and you need to be healthy if they're depending on you. You can't be going in and out of hospitals if you can prevent it, if you can. So prevent it. I have a lot of people depending on me for a lot of different things. So I have to be healthy, and I have to keep my health I have to be in good health, because no one else is going to look out for me if I don't. I mean, obviously you've got some people, but you got to look out for yourself. And be useful. Don't live a life with no meaning or guidance. Don't live a boring life. Don't be just gaming all day, which a lot of kids are doing. Be useful. Go get out there and help people. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to be better for everybody, for you, for them, for everyone. Get your house and mind straight and go do something to better everyone in your family. That's just kind of my suggestion there. Now, obviously, I'm not a saint. I don't do all these things all the time, but I try to do some of them. My number one priority is having my kids be healthy. I mean, just healthy and happy. If they're healthy and happy, If you spend the time, the first 3-4 years of their life, the rest of your life's going to be easy. If you don't spend that time in the first 3-4 years of their life, your life's going to be, it's going to be bad. So my take is I invest a lot up front for the rewards on the back end. And my back end, in terms of living my later years, I'm going to have one hell of a party. It's going to be massive. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting older. I don't want to be older, but I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait for all the opportunities that come in the future. I hope that this channel can help you guys get a future that you want. So create a vision for your life. Say, look, I'm here. I want to be there. And then aim at it and go for it. That's my suggestion. And if you're aiming at something, at least you can know where you're aiming. And if you get off track, you can at least bring yourself back to where you're aiming again. If you're not aiming at anything and you're just meandering around, you're not going to be as happy. And I don't think you're going to have something to shoot for and get up in the morning and work towards. That's just me. Again, this isn't advice. I'm just telling you what I've learned in my life. Hopefully this can help you guys in your life. If you enjoyed the presentation, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I appreciate you guys listening. This is Finding Value.